if you would like to fall in love, find your soulmate, and live happily ever after.
Woo, yes,
Okay, great.
please.
So there's something in the way. That's money. So I'm here to ignite so you don't have that, so you can live happily ever after. Because we're all wired differently about money, and it is best to understand the relationship of money with ourselves and the spouse. So money is tricky, right? It's come into our life in different forms, and 90% of our decisions are made, money decisions are made with emotions. We don't see money anymore. We don't touch it, we don't see it, and it's only been in our life psychologically only 3,000 years. That is just a split second if you see. So it's just like, autonomous vehicles, blockchain, like all these new technologies for our wiring, for psychology is quite new. So how do we form our money DNA? It comes from our mother and father. Go back to childhood. My mother was anxious. She did not want my dad to go into debt. My dad wanted to take a lot of risk and go into debt and do all kinds of things. I've seen this, and I've developed my money DNA. And the last 10 years, I'm a personal finance expert and lead a financial literacy initiative in Turkey. And I've seen it's not about if you went to Harvard, MIT, it's not about if you're a CEO. What happens is that if you don't discover your money DNA, you don't discover contentment. Okay, let's start what they are. Innocent. We all start life as innocents. Innocence says like this: cash flow, budget, what is that? I don't get it. Somebody else does it. My father does it. My brother does it. My CFO does it, but I don't get it. So the victim says, the victim comes with the wound from previous life and says that, oh, somebody saved me, looks for the rescuer. And we all have usually a victim in the family where we have to reach out and help financially. The warrior says that, I'm a planner, I have goals, I understand cash flow and budget, and I can do it. So the warrior is one of the ideal types of money archetypes, and they're quite also generous. So the martyr does self-sacrificing. I will just give all my money so everybody's happy and done. And the thing with martyrs is that they feel unappreciated, and they complain. They complain about somebody's done it, and they have to be rescued. The fool, we all have to have some of these, and we all have one major one. The fool is overgenerous, loves risks. Mike Tyson had $400 million, now unfortunately in shelter. Fool does not plan so much for the future. The creator artist has a gift and doesn't want to sell the gift, has a love-and-hate relationship with money, and wants the freedom that the money brings, but does not want to be slave of money. The tyrant is manipulative, and it has the chronic not enoughness. It's never enough, and it's quite secretive and unforgiving. You don't have to have so much money to be tyrant, but it's all about manipulation. Think of the tyrants who might be in your lives. The magician, it's one of the other ideal types. The magician is conscious, is trusting. It is very well balanced, and it is very confident. I'll figure out how to make money one way or the other, says the magician. So I told you about my mother, my father, how I grew up as my money DNA. And when I make my decisions about my budget, my investment, my savings, and how my husband, that's in the picture, we are forming our children's money archetypes. And for happily living after, you can just, keep this in mind. Thank you very much.